Hey, what's up, players? This is SWE General Manager and WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and you're watching Rogue Villain Media. Holla.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest episode of Heels Up on Rogue Villain Media. I am Reggie Lincoln. This is my beautiful, beautiful co-star, Vlad St. Valentine.
Oh, thank you, man. You made me blush.
Klaus, you're making me turn shy. I'm just trying to pass through the living room.
Oh, man. Well, you have a beard, so I can't really see it that well.
I gotta keep the beard, man. It's a butt chin under here, so I don't want to expose that to the world.
I understand.
Not a good look.
So, today, the 1026 episode of Raw.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, I mean, it was a good show tonight.
Yeah. First night after Hell in the Cell, so we had the fallout from that this evening. So we start out with Drew McIntyre coming out, and of course owning his loss, and obviously he's gonna get his championship back. Is what he's saying. I'm gonna get my fight back and get my championship back and overcome yada 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 yada.
But then he was interrupted by the new Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, anytime you get a heel who is not anywhere near the class of the face that they're interrupting, they're probably just setting up for an ass whooping later on in the night, right?
Of course. So we knew this was going to happen. And not just later on in the night, at that moment.
Well, both really.
Yeah, because the Miz and Morrison came out talking a little trash, celebrating the Miz's victory because Morrison is really just a lackey now.
He's hilarious, though, so I'll take it.
Yeah, you're right. But Drew just kicks the crap out of both of them.
Yeah, they mouth off to Drew and, say a couple of things like, I hope it doesn't take another 19 years to win another championship. So,
ooh.
Yeah, pretty solid burn there.
Oh, right in the kisser.
Pow, right in the kisser.
So Drew whips both their butts, sends them packing, and he's like, I got an idea. I'm going to talk to management. Think they're going to enjoy this. And his idea, of course, is just a match between him and Miz later on. I was kind of hoping it would be something clever, like convince management to make Miz put the contract on the line against Drew tonight. And that's how Drew gets his shot at his title back, by beating the Miz tonight and getting the Money in the Bank championship back.
Yeah.
Or got back, but getting it.
Yeah, becoming Mr. Money in the Bank and then cashing in and win his title back.
But like torturing Randy with it, just making him never know when he's going to turn it in.
That sounds like a great story.
Yeah, just really screwing with his head about it and stuff.
After all of that, we get into our first match of the night. AJ Styles with his towering bodyguard versus Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, and this is our first Survivor Series team qualifying match, which have 3 tonight, didn't we?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. So, good match. AJ does end up winning with the phenomenal forearm. The big dude was a presence. Like at one point in time, he catches Jeff on the outside.
Oh, yeah. And then they cut into commercial after that. But
yeah, he doesn't do anything when they cut back to commercial and the match is going back on. So I'm guessing he set him down, but doesn't really actually get involved. He's just a presence and he just stands there, ominously on the ringside, and so anyone goes to the outside and they just kind of see him, they check themselves, and just that delay is enough to let AJ kind of take advantage of. So he's getting involved without getting involved. Just him
Pretty
being
much
around is causing disruption. So
yeah, it's like they feel like they got to watch him, even though they really don't.
I don't know, man. That fist that he made in front of Matt last week was definitely something I think you need to watch.
I'd run from that too.
So, but yeah, AJ's going to be on the Survivor Series team, I guess.
Yeah, I like it so far.
Well, I guess Raw's got a leg up if that dude's going to be on the outside, just kind of as an ever present threat to the SmackDown team.
AJ's not going anywhere without him. That is his insurance policy now.
Yeah,
that's what we're going to call him, the insurance policy.
His Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling him New Diesel.
Nice.
ND for short.
ND for short.
I don't know, man. I'm just making shit up.
So after the match, Jeff starts to get up, and then out of nowhere, boom, right with the guitar to the back, comes Elias.
Yeah, insult to injury, man. Like you already lost the match, and then you get hit with the fucking guitar. So shitty night for Jeff Hardy. He's gone from IC champ to wastoid old veteran that doesn't get to do much but get pinned.
He's still got
pretty
about
quickly.
6 more ladders to go till this contract ends.
6 more ladders, so that contract's up, and you go to AEW with your brother.
See, Caden, I remembered. After Elias got done beating the crap out of Jeff, we go backstage to an R-Truth interview where he's being interviewed about pretty much the tag team match going on between the Lucha House Party and Drew Gulak and Tozawa. He just mentions to Charlie that he's going out there to scout the competition for his 24/7, 7-Eleven European champion. I couldn't think of all the names, unfortunately.
I-95.
I-95 European Championship.
Yeah. Yeah, was the match was right after that, yeah?
Yeah, which doesn't seem like a smart idea.
No, and it didn't end up being because the tag team match, which actually might have been a fun tag team match between some really, really talented people, was a damn circus show because as soon as Truth gets out there,
everybody wants to gun for the title.
Yeah, everyone kind of forgot about the match and kept trying to pin R-Truth until he ran away. And I think at one point in time, Lindsay tried to do a crossbody on...
I think it was Grand Metalik. Yeah, it was Grand Metalik, actually. But yeah, Lindsay goes for a crossbody on R-Truth, but he ducks and he hits Drew Gulak, which they all forgot the tag team match was still going on. But 1, 2, 3, the Lucha House Party wins the match. But they don't care nothing about that match now. They're going after the 24/7 championship because R-Truth decided to just go and scout for some strange reason instead of just getting out of there.
Yeah, I don't know. If I seem checked out, it's because this is filler and it doesn't mean anything. None of this means anything. That belt doesn't mean anything. R-Truth is fun, but that belt doesn't mean anything. None of this means anything. I'm sad that the Lucha House Party's doing this because they were looked like they were going to do a meaningful thing for a little bit. Maybe it came to blows between Lindsay and Kalisto and they could have had a match or something together. Instead, no, they just drafted them separately and split them up so that they didn't now there's nothing.
It's like
you can just forget about them now. Don't worry about it. They didn't exist.
They're just there to collect a paycheck now.
Yeah, man. Oh, poor Lucha House Party. Poor Grand Metalik, especially. He's a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, he's so talented.
Up next, we get the Firefly Funhouse, where Bray Wyatt is dressed like the Mad Hatter and looks like he's doing the Tim Burton version. He's got these green contacts in, which, let's face it, is the worst version of the Mad Hatter ever. But hey, what are you going to do? But they're having a tea party, and Alexa Bliss, the special guest, shows up, and she brings the tea and serves it to Rambling Rabbit. And of course, the special ingredient is arsenic, and he vomits up his Play-Doh guts and dies.
Poor Rambling Rabbit.
Yeah,
man.
poor Rambling Rabbit. But Alexa Bliss is going to have Randy Orton on a Moment of Bliss later on, and they make a lot of allusions to, burning down Sister Abigail's home and what Randy's done. And Bray brings out that stupid little wood thing that he had blessed or cursed Randy with or whatever the fuck that thing was. I don't know what the hell that thing was all about. It was really stupid.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I'm not.
But he bashes Rambling Rabbit and, I'm telling you, you want to know who the biggest jobber is? Rambling Rabbit, man. That guy's the biggest jobber on WWE.
He's up there, that's for sure, man. He could give Brooklyn Brawler a run for his money.
Brooklyn Brawler actually win at a dark show or something like that. Rambling Rabbit, on the other hand, nope. We see you on TV. You're jobbing. You're jobbing, buddy.
Best part of this, though, is Alexa Bliss, definitely.
Oh, of course. She's good at this, man.
She's definitely acting the creepy tittering. I think she's just enjoying playing her version of Harley Quinn.
I like her version of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it's fun. But like I said, she'll have Randy Orton later on in Moment of Bliss. So Fiend's going to be there. They basically say, they kind of, allude to it anyway. But we'll get more of this later on. And as we usually say, the Fiend's stuff is usually the best stuff on the show. So, and then we get the Fiend and Drew in one night. And quite frankly, those were the most interesting things going on because I love Drew McIntyre and I like the Fiend. You've ruined Braun Strowman for me. And
he wasn't even there tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, you finally did figure out a way to make Roman Reigns interesting. I guess that was a miracle of miracles. I guess I still have a reason to watch SmackDown, just to watch the Roman Reigns shit.
Oh yeah, but we'll get to SmackDown when we get to SmackDown.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking about last night, the Usos and stuff. And
Oh yeah.
down.
I mean, the pay-per-view was great.
Pay-per-view review is great. We're not going to do a full pay-per-view review, but we will say Caden did win.
Oh man, yeah! Congratulations, Caden.
And we're gonna have to watch that. What was it called? The PD or something?
Yeah,
the Dance Dance Revolution.
Dance Revolution
movie.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit disappointed you guys aren't gonna like. Before we started this competition, I've won every match, everyone since up till this. When we finally institute like a real betting system with proper stakes and consequences, Caden, who's lost every one up until this point,
He was dead last, and now I'm dead last.
You were in the middle. I had won all of them. Kate, we was pretty much the same score the whole way through, wasn't it? First, second, third, almost every single time. And now I've got to watch the Dance Dance Revolution movie.
No, right?
I'm not happy about it.
Oh God, this is gonna be fun.
Oh shit.
So next we go into our concert for the night. We're going Walking with Elias.
Yeah, Elias does his usual shtick, but he gets interrupted by Keith Lee before he gets so much as like, what, 2 strums out?
Well, he also announced that his album is released today, and they made it to #1 on streaming on Spotify.
He said he was like #2 on the Amazon chart or some crap,
Yeah.
and then they said it was #1 later on, and I don't know.
Congratulations to him.
Or it was #2 on iTunes or something. It's like, who the fuck still uses iTunes? All right, doesn't matter. Good for him.
Good for him. Congratulations. Hey, it's a good song. Amen is a good song.
Yeah, I don't dislike
like
it. I don't dislike it as much as Caden did. Caden didn't really like it. He thought it was
Christian rock.
yeah, he thought it was incognito Christian.
During the concert, it got interrupted by Keith Lee, who's pissed. Royally pissed.
Yeah.
Royally. Because of the dirty moves that Braun Strowman had to do to win last week.
Yeah, we didn't get any Braun Strowman this week though, so I guess
I think that's a good thing. Give him some time off. Man.
Yeah, give some time to not be
Too much of something can ruin it.
Let us forget how embarrassing it's been recently. That's
Oh yeah. But it was actually more of a back and forth match than we thought. Like Elias was actually giving Keith Lee something.
He really was. This was a good match. And tonight's matches, I don't know if I said this earlier or not, but they really had a chance to go yard. They definitely went into that whole less is more attitude they had from last night. There's only 5 matches on the pay-per-view last night that all had time to breathe. And all the matches tonight definitely felt like they had some time to breathe and grow and be what they should be. And it was good wrestling tonight. It really was.
Yes, it was. It was. It definitely was.
Like all the matches felt competitive for the most part. I mean, except for the 24/7 title, which was just, come on.
It's a 24/7 title. Come on. It's what we expected to be.
Look, man, like when you go to the fucking circus, you like ooh and ah at the trapeze artists and the tightrope walkers and people who are skilled, who are doing amazing shit. And then there's Bobo in the fucking clown car who comes out and like 30 clowns pile out and throw pies at each other. That's what R-Truth and the 24/7 title gang are. They're the clowns that come out and, give you a moment of levity and pie throwing in between the death-defying stunts.
Although Elias was giving Keith Lee some hurt right there. Keith Lee still found a way to prevail because as Elias climbed up the top rope, we hear Jeff Hardy music right that moment.
Elias tried to hit this weird move and it was a botched move. It was pretty bad. And they're like, I think that was the drift away, but didn't get all of it, is what they were trying to sell. But it looked like he just like kind of grabbed his wrist and they both fell over and spun like a do-si-do. I don't know. It didn't look like a move. It looked like a fuck up, but they tried to sell it like a move.
Hey, good job, guys. Good job. Hey, improv.
Sure. But yeah, after that weird, funky half a move or whatever, Elias goes to the top to, I guess, hit a elbow drop or something, or I don't know, everyone does a fucking frog splash. Let's call it a frog splash.
We don't know what he was gonna do, honestly.
Never got that far because Jeff Hardy's music hits, causes the distraction, which allows Keith Lee get up, toss Elias off the top like he was Ric Flair back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Hit the Spirit Bomb 1, 2, 3, and Keith Lee is joining AJ Styles on the Raw Survivor Series team. So yeah.
Hey, so far the Raw is looking good. I wonder what SmackDown is gonna have.
Keith Lee and AJ Styles that's not a bad way to start off your team. That's for damn sure. Those are 2 bad sons of bitches. And again, the insurance policy on the outside.
Exactly. So Raw already got the advantage. I'm trying to see what SmackDown is going to bring.
Yeah, looking good, boys. So we got ourselves a little treat tonight. We got ourselves a preview of a Survivor Series match in case people don't remember what exactly those things are. And honestly, I'm a little disappointed that we only get one Survivor Series match per Survivor Series now. Now Survivor Series is about the team versus team thing.
Yeah, which brand is better?
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed their Survivor Series matches. I liked the full day of, just for Survivor Series matches. It was a lot of fun. It used to be a lot of fun. But it is what it is. I was kind of hoping that since you had 4 guys for Hurt Business and 4 guys in Retribution, they would save it for Survivor Series and add that on as an extra Survivor Series match. But we got it here tonight. So,
entertaining match.
Small victories, I suppose. But in case you guys aren't familiar with Survivor Series match, since they don't really do them anymore, except for once a damn year.
It's pretty much an elimination tag match.
That's it. 4 to 5 man elimination tag match. Oh, excuse me. 8 to 10 man elimination tag match.
Yes.
Pardon me. I meant per team.
I understand.
Yeah, don't.
They get it.
Yeah, they got it.
They get it.
Got it.
Come on, that. You know what I mean.
You're smart.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't actually know you people.
I hope.
You could be dumb as fucking bag of rocks.
I don't know. If you're smart, tell your friends to subscribe to us.
I don't know, man. If you're dumb too, you can keep watching. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, we're at 110 now, so.
You did choose us for entertainment. What does that say? Match itself was actually pretty good. Retribution, though, ever since getting in the ring has looked like not a threat at all. They lose all their matches. They get beat up pretty quickly. They're just a mob that can jump people, and even half that time, it doesn't really work, especially against against Hurt Business. So I know we complained about them going on because they were basically looking like they were going to be Vince's version of Antifa, and I just didn't really want that political crap. Now, I realize you're still going at the capitalist angle and stuff. So, but it's kind of a milder version of that. You kind of got the Bane look and crap. But if we're going to be stuck with them, then
let's make them look good.
Well, at least once or twice, at least make them look like credible threats as fighters. They just look like
Mason T-Bar look like a good tag team.
They do look like big sons of bitches, but they're just
only if they win.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the gimmick altogether. It's grown on me as it's come along. You've heard me. I've been a huge critic of it. And here I am saying that I'm saying you guys are making them look pretty damn bad. And I've been a huge critic of this gimmick altogether. So that's saying something about how bad they looked in the ring. And they don't look much better here. Mia Yim has like an acid flashback, or I guess the meth kicked in or something, but she pretends like she's got bugs crawling over and she's freaking out. But that causes MVP to be distracted. He gets rolled up by Slapnuts.
Yeah.
And he's the first person eliminated.
Yeah.
And then let me make a list of that. You can't remember all this shit. Let's see what happens after that. So
Bobby Lashley.
Flapjack rolls up MVP. Then Bobby beats up Slapnuts with a spear. Then Bobby and T-Bag get a double count out because they just start fighting and spill outside, and they just keep fighting onto the backstage. And some say
double elimination.
Some say they're still fighting today.
Mm.
Actually, they're not, because we do see Bobby later, but whatever. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Double elimination.
And then, we got the 2-on-2. We got Mace Windu and Mufasa. Oh, sorry. Mufasa,
yeah. Versus Cedric and Shelton.
And you think, all right, man, fucking Predator's going to lay the beat down, and Retribution might actually get a win because they found a way to get rid of Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley's always been the ace in the hole for the Hurt Business, right?
Oh, of course.
So I'm like, okay, here's a chance for, because Mufasa Ali, supposed to be a badass, right?
Yeah.
He's always been a good wrestler himself. Yeah.
Of course.
Mace Windu's a giant predator looking son of a bitch.
Who's a good wrestler as well.
Surely he can handle Shelton Benjamin, and surely Mufasa can handle Cedric, right?
Yeah.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Nah, man.
No.
No, they whip Mace's ass pretty damn quickly.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin pins him after hitting the
pay dirt.
Yeah, hitting the pay dirt. And then they start to beat on Mufasa for a little bit, but he kicks Benjamin off the ring and throws Cedric to the outside, and then hits Cedric with a chair, causing himself to be disqualified.
So the Hurt Business win by disqualification.
Well, they eliminate the final man via disqualification after, pinning two of them and one of them getting counted out with Bobby. But they still win 2-0, so victory's a victory.
Yeah.
And Retribution loses another match, but as Mufasa makes clear in a promo later, they don't really care about winning. They just care about inflicting chaos and torment on people. So as long as they're tormenting and making Hurt Business look over their shoulders and fucking with them, then it's a good day for them, I guess.
I guess.
Hey, man, find the victories where you can, because you sure ain't find them in the ring, homie.
Nope. So next up, we go into Drew McIntyre versus The Miz. Pretty good match. McIntyre goes out selling his Hell in a Cell injuries.
Yeah, and that's what allowed The Miz to kind of hang in this match anyway.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because, he was trying... The Miz, he's actually smart, and he's going to try to exploit your injuries.
He ain't tough, but he is wily. That's for sure. But he does exploit the ribs and the leg and stuff that Randy had targeted the night before in the Hell in the Cell match. Morrison does get involved and clock Drew at least once, I think, during the match.
Yeah.
But doesn't do him a whole lot of good.
Because, Drew, BMF.
Yeah, he eventually makes Miz eat that damn boot and a Claymore, and that's a good night for those two, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But Drew does pick up the victory tonight, getting a little bit of heat back. And, Miz won and got the Money in Bank contract, so he's got something to do going forward and didn't really need the victory tonight because Morrison don't really need victories anymore. They're just fun and over, and they can just be goofy and just, the annoying pestering Hills who do exactly what they did tonight, which was pick and annoy somebody bigger and then get their butt whipped a little bit and add, shower, rinse, repeat each week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay with that. After this, we cut backstage and the New Day is cutting a promo dressed like the Street Profits and pretty damn funny. Kofi was pretending to be Dawkins and he kept falling asleep mid-promo and Xavier's like, man, you can't go full Dawkins, dude. You can't go full Dawkins.
Like, what is full Dawkins?
Falling asleep during his promos, just stoned as shit.
Oh, we get that. I don't know if they do.
Well, they do want the smoke after all.
Yeah.
They were back there, though, announcing all the potential matches for Survivor Series because it's going to be champion versus champion, brand versus brand.
Yep.
IC champ versus US champ, Universal versus the heavyweight title, women versus women, yada, yada, yada. And the women's tag team, as we'll find out later, they have something to do with them.
They only have one set of women tag team belts, so.
Yeah, not enough women's tag team to. And again, I don't think the answer is making 2 women's tag team belts. I think the answer is making 1 men's tag team championship. New Day's pretty damn funny. Asuka comes up and she's doing the "we want the smoke" bit and like doing all the catchphrases and crap. They actually hand her a solo cup. But then the potential matches we got going on for Survivor Series, we might have Randy Orton taking on Roman Reigns, which, I hope they both beat the shit out of each other because they're both pricks. So it'll be fun to watch them both hurt each other pretty badly. New Day versus Street Profits should be a blast, though. I can't wait to watch that.
That's going to be a fun match.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And then Asuka's going to take on Sasha Banks. Fine. We've seen that a few times, though. And what else do we have? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Hurt Business came up and reminded them that Bobby Lashley is going to be taking on Sami Zayn, potentially.
That should be a good match.
Well, Sami can pretty much have a good match for anybody, can't he? But it depends on how dominant they want to sell Bobby. If they just want him to go in there and just beat the shit out of.
Yeah, Bobby's about to kill him. MVP lets them know that the Hurt Business are looking at those tag titles as well.
Yeah, and it's funny because when they let him know they want the tag titles, and MVP takes the cup out of Kofi's hand, looks at it, realizes there's nothing in there, throws it away. And as soon as he does, Xavier puts another cup in Kofi's hand. Like he had another one stacked on, he'd automatically just put it right in his hand. So he
they got a collection of solo cups, man.
I just made sure he wasn't without a cup at any point in time. Like just the little things like that are what makes Xavier and Kofi and E just damn hilarious. Street Profits are hilarious. Watching them ape each other was funny tonight. Like,
I have a feeling on SmackDown, the Street Profits are gonna try to attempt the same thing and impersonate the New Day, but then Big E just walks up right behind them, and they forgot that Big E's on SmackDown as well.
I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. That'd be a lot of fun. I think it's a good natured competition at least. They're
Oh yeah.
Gunny Lackey and Ginger Lackey are up next, and they're about to announce.
Adam Pearce and Joe Buck.
Yeah, they're going to announce the Raw Women's Survivor Series team. And the first four are Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, the women's tag team champions, and the women's tag team flavor of the month, Mandy and Dana Brooke. So that's your first four. The last one, though, is going to be decided in a fatal four-way match between Lana, Lacey Evans, Nikki Cross, and
Peyton Royce.
Peyton Royce, that's right.
The iconic Peyton Royce.
We were all wishing for her to win, that's for sure. And
know,
she
right?
was this close, but wouldn't you know it? The opportunistic Lana pulls her out of the ring and steals the victory. Lana is joining the team with Nia Jax.
Actually, I'm proud of Lana. I am. I mean, she's trying here, man.
Yeah, and she tried to go join her teammates, and Nia gives her a hug and pretends like she accepts her. And while she's in her embrace, she just like, looks at Shay. She's like, get the table.
Yeah, we're used to this by now. Let's get the table.
Yeah, they put Lana through the table, and then afterwards, Nia's like, good job winning the match, though, and like clapping for her after she puts her through a table. Because again, screw you, Miro.
Yeah. All right, last match of the night. So can we say that's the main event?
You know, the main event was kind of the moment of bliss, but this was the last match of the night, and it's our final qualifying match for the men's Survivor Series team. Matt Riddle taking on Sheamus. This was another good, competitive, long match, but Matt Riddle ends up losing to a Brogue Kick, and I can't remember his last victory against AJ when he first came into the main roster?
He had victories against Corbin and everything like that.
Yeah, I guess he did, didn't
and
he?
Shorty G.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shorty G. Because we got too much respect to say he beat Chad Gable.
Yeah, you know, Matt, you haven't been getting a great shake lately, Bubba. So
yeah, his last win was on SmackDown.
You know, again, if you're having trouble coping with how you're being booked on the main roster, just go take some surfing tips from Shinsuke because it seems to be relaxing him and he seems to be fine with it. I guess we should, acknowledge the fact that Sheamus is joining the Survivor Series team with AJ Styles and
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee, yeah. Keith Lee, Sheamus, AJ Styles with the giant bodyguard at ringside watching shit. Again.
Love it.
Looking good. Looking good so far. I guess they'll get the next two next week.
Yeah.
Why not? We got plenty of damn time for this, right?
Yeah, we do. We do.
In 4 weeks, we got to have time for both teams to show up on the other show and start wrecking shop and attacking people like they do every year.
Or they feel like one guy's not good enough, they're just going to change their mind and insert this next guy in. It happened almost. Yeah, it almost happened every year so far.
Yeah, whatever. It's always fun doing the team versus team. So I know a lot of people don't like the team versus team thing or the brand versus brand thing. I do.
I do too.
I enjoy the competition
because still, it might not be a sport to some, but it's a sport to a lot of us, and we treat it like a sport.
Yeah,
one conference against the other conference.
I realize a lot of people have criticized it, saying it doesn't make sense for these people in kayfabe. It doesn't make sense for some of these people to care about, the team aesthetic or to care about the brand or have any brand pride.
This is the All-Star game.
Which, I understand, especially for the heels or like something like, a Bray Wyatt or a Fiend. They definitely wouldn't be like wearing a SmackDown shirt or a Raw shirt, supporting the brand or some shit. I get that. But for some people it works, man. It's not so bad. I don't think it's a big deal.
If you want to compare it to sports, Survivor Series is pretty much the All-Star game.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it is, the All-Star game.
It's not even a real game. They're all exhibitions. It's fun. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Pro Bowl.
Yeah, Pro Bowl, All-Star game,
I like that analogy. I can work with that.
Yeah.
After this, we get into our final segment of the night, the moment of bliss with Randy Orton as the special guest. Of course, Alexa is acting, just as sweet as can be. And Randy is very, very suspicious and refuses to sit. And he's like, listen, where's the Fiend? I know he's around here. I know Bray Wyatt better than anybody. Where is he? And Alexa just laughs and Drew McIntyre's music hits. Drew runs to the ring and starts just whipping on Randy's ass. And while they're in the ring, beating on each other, Alexa's just sitting on top of the ring post in the corner, pointing and giggling, definitely playing off her little Harley Quinn insane thing.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good. The Fiend noises and the red lights start to hit and the lights go out. When the red lights come up, Randy has bailed out to the ramp and left Drew alone in the ring. You know, you think, Drew's might get it instead because Randy was smart enough to leave, but of course they're doing that tight shot so you can't see behind him, which that means is he's sneaking up behind him. And Randy doesn't even look behind him. He just
realized, you know what?
He just knows
I'm in a lose-lose situation right now.
The way he plays it on his face is just absolutely perfect. It's one of those, I'm fucked and I know I'm fucked. And I thought he was going to do like one of those accepting it and turning around and trying to fight the Fiend things. But instead, it's great.
Forward.
He doesn't even look behind him at all. He's like, I'm not even looking. I'm not acknowledging it's there because if I look at him, it's going to attack me. And he just like straightens up and just walks back to take his ass kicking from Drew because that is preferable to facing the Fiend. Perfect way to play that. Absolutely love it. Great little bit of just, it took the character serious, but it was still a little funny. Perfectly played. Well played. I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, it was just the right tone. It was good. Him and Drew though just proceed to beat each other's ass, and I guess Alexa and the Fiend just kind of disappear, and that's when we go off the air with Randy punching Drew in the face, laying on the announce table. So again, like we did a couple weeks ago, where they just go off the air while they're still fighting. This will be that dark match that I guess they don't have anymore. Yeah, Drew and Randy are going to keep fighting for the belt. I don't think that Drew's going to get it back from him because, as Dave Meltzer, kind of pointed out, that
we need something to set up for the return of Edge.
Yeah, they wanted the belt to be on the line for Edge and Randy because apparently those two old guys really need the title to be on the line between them for some reason, instead of letting Drew
an Edge redemption story.
Whatever. Edge taking the title off of him and getting the title back for a little while, that's fine, but I want Drew to be in the title picture. I want him to get a number of title reigns under him, like 4 or 5, you know what I mean? So he gets in the same conversation as the greats, like the Triple H's, the Rocks, the Stone Colds, the people who just seem to consistently have the belt. I want him to be like that, to consistently kind of have the belt, to be the new face champion for this generation. The one you wanted like Roman to be all this time, and he wasn't. He was a heel champion. He looks great doing it. Look, Roman's your new Trips because he's better at this than he ever was as a fucking face. And Drew is your new Stone Cold. Run with it. Drew's gritty. He's smart. He's a badass. And we love to hear him talk. He's funny. He's engaging. He's charismatic. We love to watch him wrestle. He's believable as a badass who could tear his way through anybody. Like, that's your guy, man. That's the one to hang it on, dude.
So it's not really obvious you got a big man crush on him, huh?
Oh, no. Raging fucking Scottish hard on. Right up through my kilt and through my sporn. I'm saying do that with him and go ahead and make Roman like Triple H. Just hold that title for, just have a death lock on it. Make him that fucking Darth Vader character like Triple H used to say,
Yeah.
Let those be your opposing forces. But Randy doesn't need it anymore. He's done. I know you're trying to get him another title because you want to get him to the 16 or past the 16 because Ric Flair's giving him some blessing because he's some fucking legacy. But I really don't care about that arbitrary number because honestly,
John Cena got 16 too.
Well, that and Ric Flair's got much more than 16 if you count all of his, NWA world title runs and things like that. So 16 is just what the WWE wants to acknowledge. So
yeah.
Oh man, what'd you think about tonight's episode of Raw?
It's a good filler.
It's
good to start new storylines and continue certain storylines.
I can't say that it was necessarily just filler because it did have a purpose in the qualifier matches, and is a fun way to select the team as opposed to just here's the team, which is kind of what they did with the women.
I'm still kind of burnt out on the 3 hours though, man.
Oh well, yeah. Another reason why we're changing this format here.
And then on top of that, with this certain things on Raw, kind of made me miss Raw Underground. Kind of made me miss it. I see the purpose of it now, and I kind of miss it.
Again, I think that Raw would be more tolerable as a 3-hour format if one of those 3 hours was 205 Live. Like instead of calling it 205 Live, you just do
cruiserweight matches.
You just do the cruiserweight matches, during the first part of the show, the way WCW used to do. And that way the cruiserweights had their time. Their titles actually mean something because it's on a main show.
Cruiserweight title and the 24/7 title, just rename it the hardcore title, man.
All right, guys, that was Raw this week. And that was actually our last episode of Raw Heels Up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're not stopping Heels Up.
No.
We've just moved to a different format where we are going to do a weekly roundup show instead of doing both Raw and SmackDown as individual shows. If you got an issue with this, you can always comment in the comments, but
Talk to our social media. We're open to listen.
yeah, but we want to add more content to the channel going forward. And really it is just three of us working on this crap. So in order to put in more things and more varied content for you, this is just going to have to shift a little bit. We're trying to do more movie reviews, comic book reviews, and more stuff like that for you. So we're going to start doing, again, a weekly roundup show where we cover the highlights from Raw and SmackDown and the news from that week, as well as where we will still do prediction and pay-per-view coverage. So
Yeah.
You'll still be able to come over here for your wrestling. We won't
Yes,
stop doing it.
we're not stopping it.
But we're not going to do the long form review shows like this, except for pay-per-views. So
Yeah.
Don't be scared of change.
We're more diverse than just wrestling here on Rogue Villain Media.
That's true. Check out our Evil Dead review and our Blazing Saddles review.
Beautiful content.
And coming at Halloween, our Halloween review. Good stuff.
Great stuff.
All right, guys, we will see you this Friday for SmackDown. We will have one last SmackDown. It'll be our Halloween special for Heels Up. And then after that, starting November, we were going to go to our once a week format. But again, stay tuned for all of our other content and subscribe. Reggie is running all the social media crap. So go over there and abuse him.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night and say hi to your mother for me.